You want to start right away?
I'm
like
fine
that?
with anything, yeah.
We'll go.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to Untriggered. We are with Sahiba. Nice to meet you, Sahiba.
Nice to meet you, Elio.
I was watching your videos yesterday and I saw the Japan vlog. And Japan is like the top country on my list that
It
I want to
is.
visit.
He can't stop talking about Japan.
Yeah, there's just like with Europe, you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
Japan, you're just in the wild.
See, even when you do like a good research on Japan and go to Japan, you still haven't researched
Yeah,
well
I
enough.
saw the video. You were confused as fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. It's only for non-vegetarians though. If you're a vegetarian, do not go to Japan. I can't tell you you won't find anything. You'll probably die.
Will you be scandalized as well? Matlab, you could be if you're a vegetarian. You go there and you see
Yeah, you can be because
crocodiles being...
you can eat everything. Everything is raw, but it's, I think, one of the best trips I've ever had. And this was probably the 36th country that I went to.
Oh.
So out of every country,
It's a flex and a
a
half.
little bit of a flex, but I only said that because out of all of these, Japan was top because it's filled with surprises.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're so disciplined.
Yeah.
They'll just bow down to you. Even if you're young, there's so much of respect. An 8600-year-old man will be walking uphill, and I and my friend were like, how is this happening?
They like tourists. They like foreigners.
They're open to foreigners. Of course, English is an issue. And by issue is like obviously it's no fault of theirs. It's our issue that we
don't
think
know
everyone.
Japanese.
We don't know Japanese and we think everyone knows how to speak English. Google Translate was your best friend there.
Yeah.
So you just have to be patient, and you need to know how to talk to strangers, sign language and stuff like that.
What about the young people? Like, are they, like, is the stereotype true? Are they all like obsessed with anime? And,
Yeah.
Yeah?
They have districts that are dedicated to anime, and there are there are a lot of sex stores, there are a lot of anime stores, there are a lot of gaming, like they're really heavily into tech, right?
Yeah.
And these when I say made, it's like those French-made stores where there'll be women dressed exactly like how you imagine Japanese girls dressed as, and they'll serve you food. And Hello Kitty is huge, Pokemon is huge. It's exactly like that.
Well, anime is like one of their biggest exports, right?
Yeah,
It
and
goes
everyone's watching. It's like you're a 4-year-old to probably like a
Adults.
55-year-old
Yeah.
watching it.
Just sitting at home. Probably don't have too many friends, I think.
But it is an expensive place.
Mm.
It is not a budget trip. You can do a budget trip, but you can't go to Japan for like 4-5 days. You need to be there for minimum 10
How long
days.
were you there for?
10.
What's
10
their
days.
currency? What's the conversion?
When I went, luckily it was going completely down. So it was, I forgot the rate. Yeah, it was like 1 rupee equals to 50, 1 yen is 50 rupees or something like that.
Okay.
It was very good. Right now, I think it's at 200.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're doing well.
We got really lucky, man, in October because it's off season. We didn't go through cherry blossom. Right now, it's cherry blossom. My friend is there and it's packed, and then it's even more
Oh,
expensive.
right. People just go there to see the
Cherry blossom. Yeah, we didn't go cherry blossom season.
Yeah.
But if you want to go, I would always say travel off season. It's just better.
It's less crowded.
Yeah, it's sasta.
I remember the cherry blossom scene. It was prominent in all the cartoons that they would show. Like in Shin-chan, they'd make sure there is a scene where the cherry
I
blossoms
love
are seen.
Shin-chan.
It's the best.
Yeah, I haven't seen Doraemon or the other. I think there's another Japanese cartoon.
There's a lot
There's a
of
lot.
them.
The
We did
Perman?
Perman was there.
Kitaretsu.
Ninja Hattori was there.
Yeah. And there was another one. Kitaretsu was Hangama, na?
Hangama.
Loved that show. He was a police officer.
No, that's Kochi Kame. That was
that's
like
Kochi
dude,
Kame.
that was like an adult show disguised as a kids show because there were so many sexual innuendos.
Even Shin-chan.
Yeah,
had-
yeah.
Like Shin-chan used to hit on his mom, I felt. It was a little
Yeah, he
problematic.
hit on everything that
That's some
moved.
Freudian shit.
It
Yeah,
was.
Shin-chan was a little perv running around. We did like this thing where we made a tier list of all the cartoons that we watched.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which was number one?
So we had like a
Big
goat
debate.
tier,
Huh.
which we were like, we can only put like a maximum of 4 cartoons. Cause
Okay. Fair.
Best of the
right?
best.
Yeah.
Matlab,
Who was Messi? Who was Ronaldo? In that?
That's exactly how we went about it.
Yeah.
I was
Really?
like, there's Messi, Ronaldo. Then you can consider Pele and Maradona before
Yeah.
them. So
Yeah.
4. We went for Tom and Jerry. which is
Fair.
It deserves.
Probably
It
I don't
deserves. It's iconic. It's
Yeah.
like one of those legendary shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think there's debating when it comes to Tom and Jerry. Then it was like for the Indian audience and what we've seen, so a lot of people were like Doraemon is
yeah,
just
yeah.
iconic.
I've never seen Doraemon, so I
Oh,
have
then
no
you've
idea.
Missed. Because people were getting pissed. See, I watched it,
Yeah.
and even I'm not convinced if it's a goated show.
Yeah.
But people were getting
But
pissed in
cultural
the
impact it has.
Is
Like,
there, right? Yeah, because I've seen a lot of merch
and memes
everywhere
just
and
memes.
memes. Yeah. Oh, that's true.
The show is such a simple premise. It's this like alien cat
Hmm.
who's come from the future, and
Ah.
he has a pouch which is filled with gadgets. So there are problems that come up in every episode, and he has a gadget to
To solve it.
To solve
That's
it.
a cool concept.
Yeah,
though.
and it doesn't get old because they can just be so wacky with
It's
the
like
gadgets.
Chat GPT of today's time.
Yeah,
Dude, he has
kind of.
anywhere door in his pouch.
Oh, he can just
So-
go anywhere.
Yeah, नहीं उसके pouch में से एक door आता है. You open the door, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, just teleport.
That's one gadget.
So Doraemon, Tom and Jerry,
हाँ.
and the remaining two.
Then
Pokemon made it.
Facts.
Pokemon made it because fucking I
And
literally
the cards.
भी
Yeah.
तो
Yeah,
बहुत सारा merch भी involved है.
हाँ.
and longevity also.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been around
yeah.
forever.
Okay.
I think there was like a battle between Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, and we were
For the
like,
last spot.
Pokemon is still, because Dragon Ball Z is not relevant now. Pokemon is still.
It's relevant.
I mean,
Dragon Ball
I've
Z.
never seen it, and these two were like, bro, how can you not put Dragon Ball Z? And I was
I
like,
would
bro,
still say
it's like
Pokemon.
no one cares.
But what about like Dexter or Scooby Doo?
Yeah, those were in the but lower tiers. मतलब एक tier था हमारा really good or something है ना.
No, it's like second tier was just it was too good.
Too
yaar.
good. हाँ, it was too good.
yaar.
Too
It was
good.
like
Yeah.
you watch it and you're like, too good.
Yeah,
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 Like
yeah. Dexter
ये सब
was
था इसमें.
way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Dexter, even I think Powerpuff Girls हमने
Yeah.
we had it in up there.
Yeah.
SpongeBob was, I think, in goat tier as
SpongeBob
well.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Was it goat?
What do today's kids watch?
YouTube.
Oh, fair.
They watch PUBG, they watch gaming. Like the boys,
Yeah.
they usually watch content like that. I don't think anyone watches cartoons.
But it sucks. It ended with us turning 18.
हाँ ना.
Yeah, but I feel like the cartoons back then were great because they got away with more. Right now, they just have to be too safe. So it kind of sucks the fun out of making a kids show.
I mean, I think the only thing I know in this generation that comes is Chhota Bheem. And I refuse to
Yeah.
let my future kids watch Chhota
हाँ.
Bheem.
That one also has cultural impact. Like it's just been too.
It's in
probably
memes
the
में
biggest
बहुत
Indian.
ज़्यादा
I've never seen it, but I know the characters. Like visually, I know Chhota Bheem,
Yeah,
but
so
I've never seen it.
imagine.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Doraemon, dude.
Yeah.
वही
I
तो
haven't seen
बहुत.
Doraemon.
What were you doing?
I turned 18, I think, then.
Oh,
But were you a Disney kid? Like you would watch a lot of Disney?
Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
That's So Raven,
Yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
Life of Zack and Cody.
yeah.
और क्या था Disney?
एक Wizards of the.
Lizzie
Waverly
McGuire.
Place,
Yeah.
Team Selena.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, do you know what's happening? Because I have no clue.
I know. Can I sit like you? Because you guys look
Yeah,
very
yeah,
comfy.
sit,
yeah,
So,
I'm
Mama, wait.
Break this down because I've wanted to like read about it, but I never got the time.
Okay, this is very interesting. So let me start from the beginning.
Yes, please.
So Selena and Justin Bieber were dating for the longest time, and then they had a breakup. And shortly after, Hailey and Justin Bieber got married.
Okay.
But Hailey was always a die-hard fan of Justin Bieber and them together. Like she used to ship, ship, right? Gen Z calls ship.
Yes,
ship these
होता है
guys
भाई,
together.
now है वो, हाँ.
So she always like kind of, it's said that she kind of dreamt about them getting separated because she loved Justin a lot. So even though she used to ship them, it was like,
So she's like cray.
yeah. So then when they got together, and you know, I love memes and reels because if you see so many reels on her, conspiracy theories of what she tried to do to break them up and how she manifested
Whoa.
this, etc., etc. Anyway. So they got married, and now there are two different cults or gangs or whatever. There is Selena, Taylor Swift, and Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And there's-
I'm choosing that team.
I love that team. There's
मेरे को
so
यही
much
team
of
चाहिए, मेरे को
talent
यही team
there.
चाहिए.
There's so
Yeah,
much of
yeah.
talent. Like
हाँ.
they sell stadiums.
Yeah.
Like no one else. And then there's Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner, Hailey Baldwin, right?
I see a pattern. I'm seeing a pattern.
yeah, there. So all makeup girls. Actually, all of them are makeup girls. But this crew, the
Right.
model crew,
Kind of untalented.
Untalented.
In comparison, at least.
but
100%.
really, really good looking.
Yeah,
must say.
so model girls.
Yeah.
And then they started bullying Selena in very little ways through, Instagram or calls or taunts or captions and stuff like that. And one was something about her eyebrows that really got picked up. They were taunting her eyebrows. And then Team Selena got crazy. And the fun fact is,
What the
Selena,
eyebrows is where they were like, you
yeah,
crossed
you
the line.
can't do the eyebrows. And it was Kylie and what's her name? Kendall,
Yeah.
and Hailey doing it together, right, on a call.
Hmm.
So that was like, oh, 3 of them are talking about this shit.
Yeah. But that
They
just
can't- She lost 1 million followers, and
Who?
Selena gained 1 million followers.
that just shows how big of a queen she is. Like, there are all these famous people talking shit about you publicly.
Yeah.
Like, they're
And
obsessed with
people
you.
are noticing small things like eyebrows. So
Yeah.
Hailey and Selena didn't follow each other on Instagram. And then Hailey told Selena, I'm getting death threats, which is rude. And then they started following each other. And then Selena said, I don't support bullying, so stop bullying. But
Yeah.
she played a double game.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got bullied.
And she looks good also, defending Hailey.
Yeah.
What happened, bro? You do it na, aram se.
ये Bollywood में कभी नहीं होएगा, I feel. There's only Kangana who has the guts to do something.
Yeah, I feel like she's the go-to. But then no one wants to beef with her also now at this point. Because, like, what are you getting out of it? There's nothing to gain. But, like, let's say if Ananya came out tomorrow saying, oh, Sonam is such a bitch.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Shit will go down. She'll get...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Sonam. Sonam is kind of not relevant now. But, like, Janvi.
But it's not like the public will hate on her. It's just the industry will start hating on you or not associating with you.
Yeah.
Because they're scared.
Bollywood mein nahi karega koi. It's just like lose-lose.
They won't. It's too much of... the cancel culture is too hard within Bollywood. I'm not talking about the public.
Yeah.
So,
They cancel themselves only, I feel.
yeah, they're too scared.
Yeah.
Right now, I just read an article right this second before we started shooting that Priyanka said the reason why she went to US is because of Bollywood groupism and Bollywood bullying and stuff like that.
But like that's kind of, I mean, she was doing well, right?
I think she made a great decision going there. I think she
Going?
did much better there and she killed it. I love her. She's a queen.
In Quantico.
Yeah, she was really good in Content.
Quantico बहुत अजीब show था ना पर. Did you see the show?
But now look, she's married to Nick Jonas. She has
Bro,
great
I
houses in
think-
New York and LA.
I think that's an achievement for Nick Jonas more than I
It
feel
is.
like she's the main
Yeah, but she represents.
person in that relationship.
She is a catch.
Alpha. She's
No,
she's
if
the
you look
alpha
at the
in that relationship.
power dynamics, I feel like
And way more popular.
I like who listens to.
But she represents India in a really good way in a global stage, like genuinely.
And she's always been classy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's been clips of her also. I remember she said something.
Something raunchy or?
No. It was like she was talking and some girl was like, oh, whatever. And she's like, sit down, queen, or something.
Oh, yeah, she does that. Oh, this is so important. I remember how she did it. She was explaining feminism and how equality.
What do you think of this? Like when these actresses get asked to explain feminism.
Wait, let her say
Yeah.
the thing
Go
first.
on.
No. Basically, Priyanka Chopra was explaining feminism and something to someone, and that was the clip you're talking about. Yeah.
But what did she say? She said some very specific.
She said how equality in opportunity is more important than equality in
Yeah.
physiology. Wow, I remember this.
No, she had a line which I'm not getting. She's like,
Oh, I think roti's going to rotate, potato's going to potate.
No.
I know too much about pop culture. I need to stop,
Yeah,
start
she
reading
was-
some books.
she was like, let's be kind. No, we're all trying to be kind or something.
Oh, she says a lot, then I
Yeah,
don't know.
but she
this.
was like really sarcastic, so it was like a burn, and everyone was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I like her. She's good.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Yeah. You're talking about?
मतलब उनको पूछते हैं तभी why is it that their answer is always a very sassy toned? It's just
Only
not
few
a.
do it.
हाँ पर वो लोग ऐसा क्यों करते हैं?
शाहरुख तो भी करता है, bro. He's always so sassy.
They never answer directly. They always go about it because they don't know what's going to get picked up and perceived to be negative. No,
Yeah.
so they'll never give a direct answer.
And
Very
then-
neutral, halka sa.
हाँ they always have to play it really
They
safe.
ask
Yeah.
stupid questions also.
Very.
Like Shahrukh का अभी मैंने एक देखा video. It was during he was promoting the film Zero. Okay, and Anushka Sharma is sitting next to him, and I think Katrina is sitting or someone else is sitting. And someone asks, अगर Indian team में से आपको ऑप्शन मिलता कि कोई जीरो पे आउट हो जाए ताकि आपके मूवी का प्रमोशन होवे, who would you pick? Bro, so he's supposed to say, pick one cricket
Cricketer.
player who's a national athlete and say, I hope he gets out at 0. Like
But he's so witty, I'm sure he must have given a
yeah, he's like,
baller
आप देखो
answer.
मेरे बाजू में कौन बैठी है, and Anushka was sitting. He's like, अगर मैं कुछ भी बोलूँगा तो यहाँ से मेरे को एक.
Good answer. No, he's good.
What else do you
But
say
these
to
questions are so stupid.
that? They're trying to get clickbait clips,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And these Hindi news channels now that they started doing shorts on YouTube and reels,
Yeah.
they're crazy. Like one person says something very normal and they'll be like, देखिए देखिए देखिए
They make a snippet out of it and
अनुष्का ने शाहरुख के बारे में क्या बोला? Full video on YouTube.
And at least, chal, I can still respect an interview even if the question is bad. It's an interview.
Yeah.
Like the person is there by consent to speak to the media. But like these women going to the gym, like every day, why do I have to see Malaika Arora Khan go to the gym?
It's because of the walk. It's because of the walk is
I
so
know,
iconic.
and she knows what she's doing. It's just such a weird thing to look at.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she exactly knows what she's doing. She sees all these people, and
Yeah.
then it's like a very symbiotic relationship also, because the actors know if they get these clips, they're relevant.
Yeah, yeah.
So then,
they feed each other in a way.
I know memes, they become relevant because, okay, they'll get papped because of this. Like Urfi Javed only became popular because of being papped, right? And now the success that she's getting is crazy. She's getting all these shows and commercials and stuff like that. So yeah,
what do you think about
pap culture has really changed how this industry works.
It's always been there, but now it's just in your face because of like Reels and Instagram, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like Viral Bhayani is as big just because of the kind of, like we have this thing where we want to see really famous people do everyday things. Like people get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
As if like it's a secret that this person goes to the gym. Like, they do
like
it
getting
every
a
day.
coffee, just doing regular
But
stuff.
where are they getting coffee? What coffee do they
What are
drink?
they wearing? Who are they
Yeah.
with? Who are they talking to?
That's a slippery slope, bro. I'm pretty sure they get followed throughout. Like
All
just
the
keeping
time,
tabs
but
on
they
them.
also call people. But what's fascinating is that earlier there used to be page 3 on newspapers, right? And page 3 was the who's who in the society who's going to be there. But now everyone's a page 3 because of these paps. Half of the people I don't even know ye kaun hai.
Yeah.
They're just famous.
They're just famous for somebody's singer, someone's daughter, something. But
Yeah.
these guys are making really good money though.
The media people or
The media people, because they sell they take these pictures and then sell it to multiple channels and distributors.
well, that's a wild feeling to be that famous. Like, I don't think it's fun after a point. Like,
Yeah, I have friends who are extremely famous, and I don't think they're having so much fun being that famous either. It was very fun for them up till some point, and now they're just like,
yeah.
we're done. I think
But like, how famous are we talking?
quite famous.
Like every time you step out, it's
Like who I'm talking about? Yeah. Big famous. But it's crazy also because then everyone knows about your life and your personal life, and I'm sure it can get daunting.
yeah, and you know you're always being looked at. So then,
So they have to be perfect because they can't be weak or vulnerable or
Yeah.
have this perception that
and at the same time, it stops you from doing a lot of very basic and normal things in life.
yeah.
Like, you probably can't go get coffee anymore.
Imagine.
You have to sit in a car, someone runs and gets it for you. So
Yeah.
you're kind of always inside.
You can't travel freely. You can't just go to the store to get something. You can't even enjoy being at a restaurant because you will get disturbed for sure.
So like, you've gained all this wealth, but there's so much that you can't do with it.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's a choice they know they're making.
Yeah.
It's like very
It's a
bad
trade-off.
example. It's a
हाँ.
trade-off, but very bad example I'm getting. Like Meghan Markle.
Hmm.
She knew she's getting married into a royal family. Stop bitching about it. I hated that documentary so much. I was like, why are you crying? This first world problem. Oh my god, it must be so hard being a
They
princess.
were mean to me.
Yeah, and they aren't like. Did you see the documentary?
No, sorry.
She's complaining about how you have to curtsy the queen. She is the queen. Of course you have to curtsy. How is that a problem?
Bro,
सबको करना
your
पड़ता है।
mother-in-law is the queen, bro. In India, like, ऐसा basic mother-in-laws are like slapping the daughter-in-law. And no one complains.
And you're complaining कि तुम्हें थोड़ा सा ऐसे करना है बस. जापान में तो वो culture है, तो सबको करते रहते हैं. I just didn't like that documentary. Oh my god.
And like she made the guy leave the
Yeah.
palace.
Because he says that it was his decision, but as much as I read or saw him, I just felt like he doesn't want this. Like he was
Yeah.
happier with his family. And it's sad, dude. You don't have your family anymore.
Is it
घर
like
छोड़ दिया उसने पर
घर छोड़
लड़की के
दिया
लिए।
is it like one of those
Yeah.
cases where this guy gets with a really attractive woman and then she kind of owns him for the rest of his life? Because that I've seen that happen.
See, I don't know how much he loves her. If it's like, oh my god, you're my everything,
I
then
mean,
okay, fair.
he probably really loves her.
Yeah,
he
but it'll
left
be
the
very shitty
palace.
if they get divorced.
He
'Cause
can't go
then
back, or
all of this, no, he can't go back now.
no,
But
why
the
can't he
queen,
go?
the
back?
queen
He's still
is
the
dead now. So I think they should just move back in, no?
Yeah,
हाँ,
but
अभी तो
now she'll have to curtsy to the king, and that will be a problem. How can I curtsy a king? He's a dude.
Oh,
That problem will
But
come.
then that's the sequel to a documentary.
Yeah,
I think
Harry and Meghan too. God.
as she said, she faced racism. Like that also is another. Like you knew who this family is. Like they're known
Yeah.
for being racist
And
for generations.
She did an interview with Oprah where she said that this family is not racist at all and they're very welcoming and very warm.
okay.
And then cut to this where she's
Yeah.
like, she's just saying different things.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like
I'm just really hating on her. I don't know. I'm not biased to the royal
I like
family
her
or
in
anything.
Suits.
Very. I mean,
Everybody
she's
liked her
good.
in
She's a good
Suits.
actor. I'll give her that.
And she stopped acting now. I
Or
think.
maybe she's acting too much. So she's not doing shows.
She found a better show. She's like, I'll be I'll be associated with the crown and all, like the real crown.
But I
Maybe
don't
she
think-
will be. It'll be crazy if Crown, like the show, gets her to play something.
But I don't think
Oh,
she can
that's a
act
crazy spin-off.
anymore.
You can't. How can?
Of
ये
course
तो
she can. She's not part of the royal family anymore. She can
कर
do whatever
सकती
she
है, कर
wants.
सकती है.
Oh right. I think if she was still in with them, like she couldn't do Suits while being a part of the royal
Probably.
family.
Yeah, like here, if you married a politician or something, you can't really have a successful Bollywood career, apparently.
Depends on which politician. it
Which
is.
politician is married to an actor?
I don't know.
Active politician तो नहीं है, I guess, but
Yeah, like
अगर
Hema
होता भी तो
Malini
man-
and all are actors who became politicians.
yeah.
Right. I don't think anyone.
That's also a weird arc that these actors take. I think they don't get movies anymore, and then they still want that like drama.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're like politics.
Like
नहीं, और पैसा भी
Urmila is
है.
also into politics.
Jaya.
Sachin,
Jaya Bachchan.
Dhoni,
I think
Jaya
the money is
Bachchan.
too big to refuse in that scenario.
Or it's also just power. When there was an actor that they had power, so they don't want that power to go away. As long as they're doing something good.
Yeah.
Hema Malini had that clip where she's jhaduing the hawa. Have you seen the clip?
For what?
अरे वो कुछ तो time pass हवे में
She was doing Swachh Bharat, okay? And then she was
Oh, yeah.
sweeping the floor,
Okay,
but
okay.
the video of her is she was sweeping hawa.
Fucks, bro.
Like Swachh Bharat.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the influence also in India. Actors have too much influence. Like they're
Too
gods,
much.
right?
Yeah.
So if you have that influence, politics is the first thing you'll think of. Is like, oh, I can use this.
Yeah, like I thought Sonu Sood will become a politician. He also looks it. And I feel like Akshay Kumar will get into politics.
Yeah.
It's just a gut feeling I have.
Akshay Kumar.
But
He will
that's a
now.
good
नहीं करेगा वो,
prediction.
bro. I
It's
feel-
good.
He could.
He looks it. He does things.
Looks the part.
Yeah, he looks the part.
Yeah.
He's loved, except that's why probably he's giving away his Canadian passport.
I feel like that's
That's
cap.
a strategic move
Very
right
good
there.
move.
हाँ.
And I feel like he's just saying that, bro.
रखेगा वो बाजू में
रखेगा,
रखेगा वो.
Yeah.
you know,
Just in
He
case.
can just say, right, that I gave it up.
बदल
Like,
गई.
no
Yeah.
one's gonna verify. So
God, imagine him. He's so fit for his age, though. It's mad. Even Sunil Shetty right now, when Athya and KL Rahul got married, I was only looking at Sunil Shetty.
yeah. Oh, he's an attractive man.
Yeah.
Delf?
He is, yeah,
Delf energy?
100%. Everyone was just talking about how good he's
Yeah.
looking, and he has poise. He's this Anna.
हाँ.
And even when he
lots of-
speaks, he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's never.
प्रेस के सामने वगैरह when you see him, you see
Yeah, he's
actually
amazing.
अच्छे से बात करके he'll tell
But this
them.
is the thing with Southern people from the South. They have a lot of respect for others.
That's true. I'm also South.
Yeah, you have a lot of, you're giving me a lot of respect. I can feel
Yeah.
respect through
Yeah,
here.
He said also, he's like, I'm intimidated.
Thank
Are
you.
you
didn't
still?
say I'm- Kuch bhi.
still?
I said she's as intimidating as this doll we have right here.
Oh, okay.
But actually, South actors are the only actors who I know whenever they win any award or when they put an Instagram post, they will thank crew members. Because usually in Bollywood, they were like, I'd like to thank my director, producer, and co-actor, and it ends there.
Yeah.
They will thank the camera guy, the grapher, the
Right,
light guy,
right.
everyone.
You saw the Oscars thing where
The speech they gave. No, I just, the composer singing is what I saw. Did he sing What a Beautiful World or something? He sang something, no?
I don't know.
I
who-
forgot the song.
the song we won.
No, not Natu.
Oh, it's
For
music.
Natu, he received the award
And
and,
then
his thank you note was him singing an English song. I
Okay.
forgot what
Acha.
song he sang.
Oh, I haven't seen that. But you worked with the boys from RRR.
Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah, she
I
shot
met
with them.
and I did an interview with them. And
Both of them.
yeah, Junior NTR and Ram Charan.
Shit.
It was his birthday day before.
Ram Charan is also pretty attractive.
That guy is.
He is fit.
You've seen the movie, right?
I've seen the movie so many times.
Oh.
I'm obsessed with the
I'll
two
keep
people.
going back to the climax. Like it's just too good
You know
not
which is
to
my
see
favorite
again.
scene?
कौन सा?
The animals coming out of the truck.
When he drops the truck, वो gate तोड़ के drops the
And,
truck and
oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
I hooted. One tear also actually
Yeah,
fell
yeah,
out of my eye.
Dude, even his Ram Charan ka entry in the
The
Oh,
first
yeah, the
scene, the
first
where he
opening
beats the
scene.
fuck out of like 100 people.
So good. When he's looking like he's standing
Yeah,
in the police
yeah,
office.
इतना मार खाता है. He comes back and he stands there again, dude. And
So
he
good. That's why people like hoot when they're watching
Yeah.
films like that. And with South cinema, the background score is just too good.
Hmm.
They know how to make the hero look
Yeah.
and feel and sound like a hero.
You feel like you're in the movie and you're rooting for them. And
Yeah.
this is something that I've said so many times. Like, obviously, the stuff that they're showing is like outrageous and like fantastical. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you're like, fuck, I buy this. For these 3 hours, I believe that this is
Yeah.
possible.
You know, have you seen KGF?
One I've seen.
So
Yeah.
KGF, crazy movie, obviously. It was, if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It was made probably 1/3 the budget of Brahmastra. But when you see the scale and the VFX and everything, you're like, God damn, how?
Oh, right. The mines.
They've created this world out of VFX. It's unreal. I was in awe. It's too good. And I saw it on IMAX.
I'm sad I didn't get to see it in the theater because I watched it at home and it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for these movies, you have to be in them. Otherwise, it's
For
easy to
sure.
get lost.
Yeah.
But then, like the numbers it's done, it's crazy. So what were these guys like in person? when you met them?
They were so humble. They were so warm and welcoming. I think after the interview ended, I was so in awe. I remember going to one of the producers there and I was like, how the hell are they like this? Because they're demigods, right? In their
Yeah,
own
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like people worship them. And I don't think they have as many fan pages as the Bollywood star do. Like they have multiples.
Yeah.
So it was Ram Charan came with probably an entourage of 2 people or 1.5, right? Where Bollywood folks come with 18, 17 people
Right,
on
right,
the
right.
set. And the entourage talks. They don't come out of the vanity vans to talk to you,
Yeah.
etc.
Okay.
Ram Charan came out on his own. He knocked on my door. He's like, hi, Sahiba, right? What do you want me to wear? Junior NTR asked me, I went on your Instagram because I want to pronounce your name right. Is it Sahiba or is it Sahiba? And he did it on his own. It's not like his team is doing it
Yeah,
for him. And he served me food. And whenever I used to interview actors in Bollywood, they would give me 15 minutes, max half an hour. And the managers would be like,
Chalo, wrap up.
wrap up, like this from behind, screwing up my video because I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. These guys give me like 2 hours.
Nice.
And this is during promotion of RRR. And if you know, those promotions are very crazy.
Yeah. Dude, that's just crazy because these are things that, like, as a person, right, you can just decide to do these things, even if you're like the biggest actor, or you can decide not to also. Like, I don't think if these guys were the same as the Bollywood people, you would have come and said, oh, they weren't nice. You were like, this is just how these people are, right?
Correct.
But like, if you're going out of your way to be so nice, that just shows.
I remember I was at the airport And I was so overwhelmed about what had happened with these guys. I put a story. I remember I was like, guys, I just met the two most amazing people of my life. Bollywood, you have a lot to learn. Like, I genuinely just said that because I was like, ऐसे भी हो सकते हैं. People literally चढ़ाओ दूध when their film comes out in the halls. They were so down to it.
That's how you get famous and like, but that is also why they're so loved. Like the same behavior.
Yeah.
Because in Bollywood, there's like selected people that get that much love.
Yeah.
And those people also now, like someone like Shah Rukh, I haven't met him personally or haven't worked with him,
But
so I
we've
don't know.
heard. Yeah.
But we've heard that he's also genuinely
Exactly the
just nice.
same. Just he'll meet everyone. He'll be respectful about everything.
And he'll make you feel like you're the most important
Haan,
person in
this
the
also-
room at that time. So similar to what they did. And I think that's the thing. For me as an actor also, I'm learning from this only what not to do. And I've realized what not to do is think that I'm an actor. Like I should also think like I am exactly like whoever is in front of me. I'm no bigger, no less. And I think
Yeah.
that's what they do.
But that's a tricky thing to.
It is, as long as you're trying to be genuine about it. That's the thing. Don't let anything come in your mind. Like, the only thing wrong where I've seen my friends also who are from Delhi and now they've become really big. And I keep hoping that they don't change. It's like they start thinking, okay, now I'm an actor, I have to be like this. You don't need to. You don't need to, yeah.
Another one of these guys, like I've been seeing just his paparazzi shots. Babil Khan. Have you seen him?
He looks so sweet.
Yeah. Dude, like there's videos of him where the people are taking pictures and then he greets everyone, shakes their hand, hugs some of them.
So he knows their names also, by the way.
Yeah.
तो वो नाम भी याद
नाम
रख-
पूछता है वो,
Yeah,
and he's
Little nuances like this help. I've seen his videos. You right? He's smiling and he's like, "Thank you,
Yeah.
up, I thank
वो उसको
you."
भाई बना देता है in a way, and he's like,
हाँ.
you know,
and
it's very loving.
his thing is like, dude, I just want to act like, what is all this that I
Yeah.
have to do? But like he's also he's like, I can't believe that
This is
many
happening.
people are taking pictures of me.
The other person who I love in the Paps is Rakhi Sawant.
Oh,
She is so iconic. I absolutely love her. Whatever people say about her or however she may be or dramatic, I just feel she is so cool.
yeah. She's an entertainer. Like
She's
been entertaining for years. She knows how to play a character. She does it. She loves it.
She is smart. If anyone needs to learn like PR, should learn it from
हाँ,
her.
यही चीज़
She
है।
knows how to be relevant at any given point of time. And whenever she thinks, okay, I'm not relevant enough, suddenly Rakhi Sawant will come up.
Some
Something.
new husband from
Yeah,
somewhere.
some husband, some problems, some Big Boss again. I think she's been on Big Boss for 2-3 times now.
She's been. I think she goes every season.
Every season she
Recurring-
does something.
recurring cast member
Yeah,
हो गई।
now
While she's always a wild card. So now this year she went on Big Boss Marathi.
Okay.
she's very smart.
Yeah.
She has brains. I think people think that because of how she is, she's just crazy. But I think she must be a very intelligent lady.
I really want to speak to her. Like I want her as a guest. Like I've always wanted to speak to her.
Yeah, that would
I
be
really
fun.
hope, guys, if anyone knows Rakhi Sawant, please
I
get
have
them on the
texted
show.
her. I have her number.
I know her address. I know where she lives.
let's
If you
go.
want to physically go and knock on her door,
Can
I
we go and
help
ask
you.
her?
Yeah.
I
She lives
don't
in Andheri West.
Please don't destroy.
The bigger district is called Jogeshwari. I won't
She's
tell
left
exactly
me on
where.
scene, dude. Like that blue tick is
She's
there.
seen it?
She's seen it. I've wrote a very sweet message also. Like, hi ma'am, this is what we do. We want to speak to you.
I think she'll love coming on this show.
Yeah.
She loves talking.
She gets to be herself, and like we're genuine fans.
Yeah.
So like we'll be in awe
Yeah,
while
yeah.
talking
It's
to her.
too cool. Do you remember her Coffee with Karan episode?
No.
This was probably in season 2 or season 3. She said this iconic line कि जो डॉक्टर ने जो भगवान नहीं दे सकता वो डॉक्टर दे सकता.
हाँ.
Like she owned up to it. It was so
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she's so unapologetic about how she is and whatever she says.
Yeah.
Coffee with Karan, I feel like is
Top 2 podcasts.
Podcasts in
talking
India.
shows at least.
Best. And he's really good.
yeah.
Like, okay, probably this season,
This
I
season,
think it was a
though,
lot. This season, my favorite episode was Anil Kapoor and Varun Dhawan.
imagine Anil Kapoor had to, save the season.
Yeah,
in a
he
way.
was so funny. But this
Anil
season, I
Kapoor
think,
was
was a lot about affairs and boys and girls.
Relationships, sex.
Relationships, yeah.
Our standards are too high with Coffee with Karan because we've had such iconic characters on.
You remember Imran Hashmi and
Mahesh Bhatt? Yeah.
Oh wow,
That
that's
was a
vicious.
banger.
Such a good episode.
He said something about Malika Sherawat. I
Yeah,
remember.
a dummy's guide to Hollywood.
Oh yeah. Just yaad
I
hai.
remember a lot of Coffee with Karan episodes word to word.
What are your like top 3 guests?
Mahesh Bhatt and
that
Imran
has-
Hashmi,
definitely.
because they were so candid and there was no filter. In terms of awkwardness, when Kangana came and just
Oh,
opened up all floodgates. Ranbir and Ranveer
Last
recent,
year,
where they
last
started
season.
dancing like this, it was too funny.
I think, dude, there's too
Oh,
many.
Salman and Arbaz and
वो
Sohail.
तीनों थे तभी. Yeah, that
That
was
one.
also
I
really
think,
good.
yeah, these. And I think Abhishek and Amitabh was also very
Shah Rukh and Amitabh in season 1 was really good.
Yeah. Shah Rukh, whenever he comes, but last 3 seasons he didn't come, no? But
He
Like,
he
ho
came
gaya, I
with
think.
Alia, no? The last time
he came with Alia during Dear Zindagi.
Dear
promotion.
Zindagi.
Yeah.
That was
So,
the
like
last.
the way he even gets the guests, like he combines them based on what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The curation part.
Like he got Deepika and Katrina together.
But I think that used to happen. Now what happens is it's basis their film
Yeah.
Film ke
was
basis
getting promoted. Earlier it was
He just wanted to fuck around. Like you could tell. You could tell. And even the questions
Like,
he would ask.
he earlier I remember Karina had said something against Priyanka
Yeah,
and Priyanka
yeah.
said
He
something
got both of
else.
them.
Next season he got both of them together.
So people are losing it. because-
And he even messaged, so are things okay between you guys? And he spoke about it. Yeah,
I think Karina said something like, I want to know where she gets her accent
the
from.
same place
the same
where
place
he gets his husband from.
that one. I was
that
just
was
like,
iconic beef 4 time ka.
Yeah, and then there was one with Sonam Kapoor who she just shat on the entire industry
Yeah.
about people's
Sonam
fashion
Kapoor?
being socked, people
Oh.
acting sucking, but yeah. She has a nice life though. I like it.
Sonam.
Living in London, has a cute family, has
Yeah.
already won a national award.
Yeah.
Sahi hai.
She finished. She was like, I'm done.
Yeah, she's done. She's
Early
like, okay,
retirement.
done.
Oh,
Yeah, retirement. Husband
Bad.
has the best shoes in the world.
She was in a Coldplay video.
Oh my god.
Right,
yeah.
right.
क्या चाहिए तुमको और like
With Beyonce.
with Beyonce.
Of
बस
course.
Crazy.
खत्म.
She was running in the video, no?
मतलब एक सीन था उसका वैसे
हाँ,
एक
where
सीन था
she
वो
was
आई बाहर
running.
ऐसे वो चेहरा दिखाती है और वो
Yeah.
that's it but
Yeah, that was a big flex.
Yeah.
That's a big flex.
Dude, you guys remember the episode where Salman came alone?
oh
and it
yeah.
was just like very sexually tense with
Yeah,
Karan.
yeah,
And
it
it
was
was just
Karan.
all like, who would you wake up to? Stuff like that.
but that's
and
a
then,
recurring
and
question
then
huh?
Salman
Yeah.
kept putting it back on him.
Who would you wake up to or something like that? Yeah.
No, he was like, so Karan was asking him questions, trying to get him to say something. And Salman to says also, he doesn't care. He'll say whatever. And then Salman brought up the fact that people, they were like, oh, you to sleep with men type.
Yeah.
So he like turned it on him. I was just like, wild.
Oh wow. Why did this
Because
happen?
Karan had the questions already. He can't change the questions
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
And Salman was giving it back with every
Salman
question.
is too cool though.
Yeah.
Even though that Bermuda Triangle thing came in one of the episodes. You remember
What?
that?
No.
नहीं,
How
what is this?
one of the brothers ke ghar ke aage was any girl would come and would get into one of the brothers' room. It was like a Bermuda Triangle outside the door. So it would come and one girl is disappeared. So nobody used to get a chance to meet who this girl is. I don't know if they were talking about Salman or Sohail or
हाँ तो
Abbas.
that was Salman's room I think
Salman's room probably
Bermuda
Bermuda
तो
Triangle.
कोई भी आता था तो फिर
उसमें
गायब.
चला जाता था.
हाँ,
Yeah, but I have had उनके घर की बिरयानी because I worked with Arbaz very closely on this project. My God, the food was so
Like homemade.
Yeah, he'd got for us, our core cast, and he'd got biryani and had heard a lot about this biryani. So good. We ate.
Damn, I've
like
never
crazy.
heard about this thing. Like they just give away biryani or
They have
what?
like this open door policy apparently. सब आते हैं मतलब बहुत मिलजुल के खाते हैं. They're really like into their family. It's a very touchwood, very happy family, and they stick together and they
Yeah.
meet very often. So that's nice. And I think the same thing is with the Kapoors. They're also very family oriented.
Yeah, I mean, if I had that family,
Yeah, sub actor hai.
That's
Sub.
is it the most iconic family in Bollywood other than of course Yash Raj
I think
Well,
yeah, I
it's like-
think
Kapoor
The
is more.
biggest is Kapoor. Both Kapoors, because there's Bonnie Kapoor and this, and then
Yeah.
there is Kareena Kapoor and B.A. Kapoor. That's both of them are huge. And then I think the Khan. Salman
But
Khan.
Khans aren't related, I think. I feel like they're just all Khans.
No, I'm talking about Salman, Arbaz,
Oh, okay,
Salim,
okay, okay,
Helen.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. Malaika to some extent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't it a weird coincidence that there's so many actors with the last name Khan who have existed,
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
right?
Yeah.
Like if they belong to that specific religion, like Khan, they're exclusively Khans, all of them.
That's actually a valid point.
Like not one sheikh,
See,
not
you
one
have a lot of
Qureshi.
you have a lot of
It's all-
Hindus with different surnames, majority being Kapoors, but then in this
There's just one.
There's just Khan.
No, like there
Huma
will be a
Qureshi.
Siddhant Chaturvedi, like a unique
Yeah.
name, right?
Or a Bhavnani Singh.
Yeah.
You're right. I only know Huma Qureshi. Apart from that, there is everyone's a Khan.
Yeah. They probably
Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
Siddiqui, okay.
Yeah.
Iconic dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siddiqui.
He's good. He's also in some controversy. Like, I spend too much time
Oh,
on
yeah,
my Explore. So,
Is he?
Yeah, this is just weird that I know
This
Why?
wild shit just keeps popping up on our like explores.
I love Bollywood goss. I love reading these. So my explore page would be a lot about travel, then serious science stuff because I really like animal facts and marine life and discovery.
So
and
like
all.
some whales and some like
something
underwater
about
stuff.
whales or something Mariana Trench. Something was found. Something, and then suddenly why Priyanka Chopra left India.
Yeah.
So my explore page is all whacked out.
I also get these random animal videos and I send them on the boys group almost always. Like there'll be a snake eating some like other reptile, and I
Yeah.
just
Oh my
I just
God.
feel like I need to send it to these guys. You guys
Something.
also watch.
But मेरा
this.
politics भी बहुत आता है.
Okay. Like what news?
News. A lot of news. Now, what NDTV started to do is they've become clickbaity. So on their, whenever they post something, it'll be like, you won't believe what she said. And this is the reason why this car crash happened. And I've commented saying, bro, you're a news channel. Give the proper news now.
But that's not how
They
it
say
works.
go click link in bio. I am not going to go to your bio.
Yeah.
Click the link and read this
Go to
article.
their website.
Yeah, I have in shorts. I'll just read it there.
But that's what news is now, because it has to be profitable, right? And
Yeah.
that's the only way is you get clicks and
Yeah.
then ads.
They need reach and impression so that they
Yeah.
can sell their ads.
So there is no. I've thought about this. I was like, why can't we just get news from a source where it's reliable and they just give the news,
yeah.
like no twisting, nothing. But the more I think about it, like they won't be able to sustain unless they have subscriptions, and it's in India, so it's
Yeah.
hard to get people to pay for news.
The best news, it's not so much so in India, but Reuters gives the best news.
Reuters is still.
Completely unfiltered,
Yeah.
facts to the point. And when it comes to like watching news, I only like Vion.
What is Vion?
WION. They had all the OG journalists have gone to Vion.
Okay.
And I feel like they give news without an opinion. Because now the issue with news is wherever you watch it, they'll be, okay, this has happened, and then they'll give their
Their
opinion
take
on it. Their
on
take
what's
on
happened.
it.
Yeah.
And now we know news is bought by politics.
Yeah,
So now the opinions will also be biased.
Yeah.
Vion, I feel, hasn't done it. So,
That way, there are a lot of independent people also, like YouTubers, who try to give as much information and try
Yeah.
to, because they know they'll get paid by YouTube
Yeah.
for getting reach and getting people to watch their. So they don't have that incentive to like take sides.
yeah.
So people like, let's say
Dhruv Rathi.
Dhruv Rathi, who's
Yeah.
been doing it for so long.
He's
Yeah.
become like an independent journalist now. It's
Yeah.
his own.
It's a, yeah, that's picked up also like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube is the next thing. I was also giving this lecture in a college, and they were saying, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And I told them that the attention span of people is decreasing. They don't have time to read here or something. So everything is going into shorter formats.
Yeah.
Now, like shorts and reels is where people are getting, this generation is getting their information from. So YouTube is like actually the next news.
Yeah.
कोई नहीं newspaper तो कोई पढ़ ही नहीं रहा इस generation का.
We've been asked
Fuck,
also,
yeah.
like, so we've been asked that, do you want to do like we'll give you an article about how you did the podcast and what you guys do. And then at first I was like, fuck, they want us in the newspaper. Then I realized, dude, like if we do this, who's going to read?
Who reads
It's
print?
like there'll be more above 40 minimum, right?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
let's say they read it also, they're like, oh, these guys are, and once they start watching the video, they'll be like, yo, what is this?
Exactly.
So then I was like, there is nothing that I'm getting from being in the
Makes no
newspaper.
sense.
Print, unfortunately, and I only say this generation because mass India is still consuming print, but this generation or people who have purchasing power not reading print. That's why everything's digital.
Yeah, I mean, even with reading, now people just would pick an audiobook instead.
Yeah, my mom the other day was like, I don't want to read. You buy me this on LinkedIn. Not LinkedIn, sorry.
Audible or whatever. कहाँ पर?
Kindle.
Kindle. LinkedIn. And I don't remember me also personally when was the last time I saw cable TV. Right? We are so used to now YouTube having everything or your OTT platforms. We just moved my grandmom to her new house and mom's like, and I have a room there. She said, cable? I said, what cable? My TV has everything. I don't even need Fire Stick or
It's a
Tata
smart,
Sky.
yeah.
My TV has everything inside it. I don't need it.
Phone also. You're
Phone
just like,
also. And the cable guy came and he was like, आज तो कोई cable ही नहीं है पता नहीं 1.5 साल बाद में किसी के घर पे cable लगा. He was also fed up. He's like, why are you doing this?
Damn.
नहीं टीवी तो बहुत चलता है फैमिलीज में अभी
Families में हाँ.
It's still there.
It's still there.
But
Show-
new people are not doing this. Like,
Yeah. What's crazy is when you're landing from Bombay to the airport and you're crossing Dharavi, you will see satellite dishes everywhere. It's filled with satellite dishes. It's crazy.
It's cheap and it's
cheap.
non-stop, right? It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
on. There's shows all the time. There's a reason all these TV actors and actresses are huge on social media and everywhere. Just because
Yeah.
the eyeballs. I feel like for our generation, like personally, I only use it for live sports because even with streaming, there is delay. Like you
Yeah,
were getting
correct.
it 1 or 2 minutes late.
Correct.
So that kind of ruins the experience. So I would still watch it on TV.
I think that's the only reason. I think news and sports in my house also the only reasons why it.
What else, dude? Like movies, you're gonna watch ads between movies. Are you crazy?
You remember, there's a generation that doesn't know what an
The
ad
pain,
television
yeah,
was.
yeah.
You couldn't forward, you couldn't pause.
Yeah.
I remember, and ads. We used to watch obviously whatever, and as soon as the ad would come, you'd go pee,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you go get food.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
and it would be like a 5 to 7 minute ad. Or maybe even more, you remember?
Long.
But that actually was a really good time for advertising because you had to compete and you had to make the best ads because there were people watching it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, out of that, you got some really, really nice and well-made ads, which you would like sit down and watch. You'd be
And
like,
you
I
would
like
remember,
this ad.
I remember olden ads, and even though I'm in marketing, the last 4 years, what ads I've seen on digital, I don't remember anyone.
Not even cred.
Cred, yeah. Now that you said cred, yeah. But my like OG ones was the Fevicol, जो fish चिपक गई थी, Happy Dent,
Yeah.
the teeth, Shadi.com, the father running
Yeah,
behind.
right.
Yeah, like I mentioned that today
There's
also.
so many. When you think of TV, like, I can think of at least 30 iconic.
Cadbury के भी बहुत iconic
Cadbury
ads
कितने
थे.
cute ads
Yeah.
होते थे. Now there's so many ads running on YouTube and you're skipping.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah, but
wants
they're
to watch.
very CTA types.
Very
It's no...
CTA. There's no story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't have the time to tell a story, right? It's going to be a short ad if it's on.
Even with
Correct,
the
correct.
food
It's on
apps, like, they're like really high.
Download
end.
now.
I
Bus.
know.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, they
they're
shove the burger in
massive.
your
Oh, yeah,
face.
you know.
And the
Like,
steam
you
will
know-
come out.
you
the
know
steam
better.
will come out of the food, and then you'll get tempted, and it will say 50% off.
No,
You
they were
did this now. You
I
only
did
done
this,
all
I've
this.
done
huh?
it. I've got multiple variations of the same concept done again and again and again.
They work, dude. Like, if it comes, you're like, you'll at least consider, you're like, do I want to order something? Then if you have self-control, you'll be like, okay.
And the same ad will go on Snapchat. The same ad will go on MyGate. The same ad will go on Paytm. It will go everywhere. So when you're seeing it, you're like, shit, actually भूख लग रही है यार.
Dude, I think you're the reason जब मैंने वो उस रात मंगा दिया था
मंगाया था
pizza.
वो देख के. There was this.
You ran your ad.
So I'll tell you what happened, and this is how we actually made an ad. During lockdown, I started something on Instagram called Midnight Shenanigans with Bali. Okay, where I used to eat a lot of food, and because I was sleeping at 6 a.m. during COVID times,
Yeah.
right? So मुझे 3 बजे बहुत भूख लग जाती थी. So I would do this every day. I would go and raid my fridge and talk about it. And every time I would get food or post about food, people would be like, "Ab hame bhi khana hai. Shit, now we are feeling hungry.
So smart.
We are feeling hungry. We are feeling
Of
hungry."
course you're gonna.
This is out of my personal Instagram.
Huh.
And then we were having a team meeting as to what should our next ad be. And I gave this data point because I had proper data, first-hand data, that people get tempted when they see other people eat food. I had also felt this because I'm a huge fan of ASMR. And
Right,
whenever
right, right.
I see people eating food,
That crunch.
I instantly get hungry. Like whenever I used to watch MasterChef Australia,
Yeah.
I would only watch it during dinner time because I knew मुझे बाद में भूख लगने वाली है. So then out of this concept and idea on my Instagram, we actually curated an entire campaign of showing people eating food and, you know, kind of having a foodgasm while eating. And with good music. And that ad had no dialogue, nothing. It was just people slowly eating food. And that led to a lot of conversions.
Right.
Because it was true. It was like hot steaming pav bhaji, someone eating it, pizza pull is happening.
Yeah.
And you're like, haan bhai.
No, that I think is a really psychological thing.
It is.
Just like you're tapping into something where people are just like, because even now whenever I'm ordering food, I ask, oh, does anyone want anything? And a lot of times people are like, no, I won't have.
Yeah.
But I still order because I know कि you will
सामने
eat.
दिखेगा, it's the thing.
नहीं तू मेरा खाएगा अगर मैं तेरा order नहीं
Correct.
करूँगा. So you want to share, I'll just rather.
And another thing about this, because I studied marketing and consumer psychology, was my favorite thing to understand is the Coke sound. If you hear a can opening, you will suddenly feel thirsty, even though you've had a drink probably a second before.
Yeah.
Subway, and then something called olfactory. So olfactory means smell.
Yeah.
So the Subway bread, whenever you cross a Subway,
Yeah, that smell
you
will.
smell it, and that triggers hunger. It's
Yeah.
scientific. So people, what a lot of restaurants now do is they spray shit outside.
Yeah, Domino's does that too, I
Yeah,
think.
with the, you know, the bread and the garlic and the butter. So again, to tempt sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do that. And even the videos you did for Zomato where you guys are just constantly eating. Like 20 minutes of you eating, and obviously the jokes and just the banter. And those are like really well done. I genuinely enjoy watching those videos.
Thank you.
I remember, I think a year ago is when I discovered them, and I was like, okay, these guys, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because on YouTube, it's very hard for brands to figure out.
The logic was not to be a brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like now I'm saying that I'm like, oh, the Zomato videos were
Yeah.
great. And I think in India, you're one of the first people to become like a content creator for the brand where you're like, this is like, she's the Zomato girl and
Yeah.
she makes those videos. I think people are starting to do it now
Yeah.
after seeing that, but it's genius.
Thank you. I'll tell you how it happened actually. It was not planned at all. I was a full-time employee doing marketing at Zomato, and one day my manager, Chandan, love him, best boss I've ever had, he said that Zomato is known for its social media, right? We crack Twitter, we crack Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah,
everything there is, notifications, chai pee le, manga le, aise notifications aate hain. YouTube was barren. We didn't even have a channel. So we're like, okay, let's do it. It was during lockdown, and he said, Sahiba, dekh, tu actor hai. Tu kar sakti hai. And I was like, okay, fine, let me give it a try. And since childhood, I always wanted to be a food/travel blogger. So I was like, okay, I got this. I'll do it. So I had my iPhone on Amazon. I ordered a ring light. And this is how it used to happen. I used to just order a bunch of food, put my phone, and I just used to record without a script. And then I did like 10 kinds of burgers, 10 kind of dim sums. And then from there, we started getting guests. And then it just grew organically. And you're just learning. I had zero idea about YouTube. I have never made a YouTube video. I didn't even know too much about the platform, like the technicalities of it. But I think that's the thing with YouTube. Everyone starts in an unknown.
Yeah.
And you learn on the
As you
job
go. Yeah.
as you go. And it just happened to a time where I got so frustrated. I remember telling my managers, like, I can't handle these two, because I had my full-time job.
Right.
And I was traveling every day, everywhere to interview all these people. And we were a team of 2. Me and an assistant manager.
Okay.
And we were doing everything. Eventually, sadly, it stopped. I hope it starts again, because I think it was epic and people
No
showed
one
a
else is
lot
doing
of,
it now?
No one else is doing it. It got so much of love.
Yeah.
The money we put was zilch because I had a salary. I didn't get money to host, right?
Yeah.
Actors would come to promote their films. So, and we got 3 million, 5 million. Of my video with Khali is like probably 6, 7
Yo,
million.
that video, have you seen it?
Khali wala, of course.
Oh,
उसने नहीं
it's
देखा है
so
वो video.
good. Like, to see him have that much fun on
Yeah.
camera.
He was, I've shot with him twice now. He is such a gentle giant, Khali. He is so sweet and he is so naive. Like, he like, हाँ, क्या बोलना है? हाँ, बोल लूँगा. His hand is as big as my body probably. Because he has patted me on the back. And oh my God. He is
Is it
massive.
actually like heavy?
It's heavy. It's heavy. We were eating chola bhatura and the burger, and when the camera wasn't rolling, I was just doing weird things with him, and I wanted to see what's happening.
काट कितना बड़ा है.
I put a burger, it kind of disappeared in his hand.
Wow.
And the burger didn't fit my hand, right? So, like, for me, it was outside my hand. For him, it was little piece in his palm. Bhatura was like half of this area. And
Dude, I think it's hard to imagine someone being that big without actually seeing them in person. Because
yeah,
I feel like
he's huge.
in our head, he's like, he is big, but
We haven't seen that kind of big,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just,
Actually, when you see his clothes is when you realize how big he is. Because when he's with you, you'll see him for the first time, you'll be like, whoa. But then you get used to it. The next minute, he's a normal dude. When you see his clothes, you'll be shocked because we had arranged a pajama for him. His pajama was as big as probably this half of this wall. I couldn't. That would be like 2 dresses for me, one leg of his pajama.
oh, that's crazy.
he's a giant.
He's a legend, dude. Like, the things I don't know if you've ever followed WWE.
I have. I used to love playing SmackDown.
Oh.
The game?
The game.
Nice.
Like this entire conversation has been a lot about nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like,
Culture.
hopefully a lot of 90s kids are watching.
Yeah.
this.
I think they'll really enjoy this. We have SmackDown on this actually. If you
On this
have time, we
game?
can play
Oh,
after.
yeah.
I
there is-
haven't.
play.
But the thing about Khali is, I don't know if you follow his Instagram.
Yeah.
I do.
He does anything. Anything. And that's why I call him naive, because he thinks like this is amazing content. But
Yeah.
he gets the views because it's just so sweet to see
Yeah.
him. He'll just be like, one!
Yeah.
And he'll put it as a reel. That's the reel.
But that's it's so real, right? There's no
It's-
strategy. It's like I'll just be myself and people
But
seem
he
to like
loves
it.
making content.
Yeah.
When I was shooting with him, he would just put his phone there and he'll like, on kar de, and then he'll just do something. That's it. And he, in front of me, uploaded it.
But were you telling him like what to say and all? Because like he called Undertaker a cutie.
Yeah, no, I had to give him prompts to make him comfortable to talk to me and tell him you can say whatever,
Yeah.
don't worry. He was a little shy. Also, because it was me, I'm sure he's more comfortable with
Yeah.
other people interviewing him. But no, it was great once he got comfortable and he was open to do anything. That's the great part. Like he'd be like, kuch bhi kara lo, hum kar lenge.
That's so
It was
funny.
good. I made him sing a song, yeah, that पैसे भूसे वाले जट पैदा हुआ है खान वास्ते, and he did it. I was like,
He's a
Paji,
sport.
can you please be a sport?
No, I like that video so much because you're trying to like play a character also at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But like there are genuine moments where you're so taken aback. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
He stuffed the entire bhatura in his mouth as one bite.
Yeah.
And he ate the whole thing.
He
Those
ate the
वो
whole
बड़े वाला
thing.
आते हैं ना
बड़ा
हाँ,
वाला.
हाँ.
He ate the entire thing, and he so poor fellow, because of his height, he has a problem in walking. Legs, obviously, so much of weight and
Like
so
the
much of
signal
height.
probably takes so much time to reach.
Yeah, actually, it's a real thing.
Bro, I'm sure it's like the distance is more. No?
And the way you
So
said
he
it.
can't stand for too long.
Okay.
So he has to sit. So I also felt like quite like in awe also because of his height and how
Yeah.
he is. But I'm sure it troubles him a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's just. I was gonna say.
Would you want
something,
to be like
No,
a
bro. That's like an
7 foot?
it's like an
beast.
absurd size.
It is.
But you
yeah.
can dominate most things.
Bro, you know how much food he has to eat just to like fill himself. And
Nutrition.
obviously he is building a body at all
Yeah,
times,
we
right?
gave him like being on Christmas. We did a shoot with him. We gave him like 15 eggs as a snack.
As a snack, bro.
As
He
a
eats
snack.
50 eggs a day on a
50?
daily basis.
15 eggs as a snack. But
15.
breakfast में भी उन्होंने अंडे तो खाए होंगे.
Bhai,
Yeah.
how many kilos of chicken he said? 5 kilos of chicken.
10 liters of milk or something. I'm forgetting the numbers, but it was mad.
Wow.
Bro, he's like a
Big
real...
Boss also, I remember, there used to be a fight because he used to have all the andas.
आधा राशन तो इधर ही जाता
He would
रहेगा.
say, मेरी गलती नहीं है यार.
हाँ.
He was
नहीं है
so
उसकी
good in Big Boss.
Yeah.
How did he do it?
Big Boss is though something else. Like, if I were to do a reality show ever, Big Boss is the only one I would do because I like it as a experiment.
I would do Bear Grylls के साथ.
Oh, right.
I would cry probably every day. But
खतरों के खिलाड़ी then you can do maybe.
oh no, I can't do with this rats and lizards.
It's a rodents and all.
Spiders, petrified or spiders.
What about
Snake.
yeah, reptiles?
Yeah, no. Any creepy crawly. Big animals are fine. You can get like a
Rhino.
yeah, you can get a rhino.
But rhino will like destroy you, whereas a snake would probably
would
not
probably
do anything.
not do anything. And sure, obviously on Fear Factor and all, they like unpoison, depoison. whatever the
It's
word
not gonna kill you. It's not gonna.
Bro,
Yeah.
I used to think these shows are like, of course it's safe, but then I heard about the people who hosted it talk about it, and a lot of the things that they did were like really risky and
Questionable.
experimental.
मतलब it could have
Oh,
gone south.
really?
ऐसे चीजें भी हैं.
Dude, Fear Factor was cancelled for good. Like Fear Factor was
The
some
AXN Fear Factor.
yeah, where Joe Rogan was the host.
Yeah.
So, dude, I don't even know if I should say this. Like they did it for so long, so they had to keep going further
Upping
and
like
further.
upping every
Yeah.
task.
One of the tasks was they had to drink
Donkey cum. Right?
donkey semen.
Donkey semen. Sorry. Yeah.
And then even Joe was like, dude, this is getting out of hand. You can't be doing this to people. Like, it's
But
not
they did
okay
it,
on
I
a
think.
human level.
But they did it.
I think they did it
I
and
think
they
they did
threw
it.
up, and then they were just like, yo, the show is not
How
happening
did
again.
they source it?
That to they get.
I mean,
How?
So for horses, so a lot of
Achha,
like,
right, fine. Got it.
artificial
Yeah.
insemination.
process तो same ही है.
Like, till they eat like in guts and minced guts and stuff like that, which you can get at a butcher shop.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, this is disgusting.
Like even crickets and insects, they're eaten in so
They're
many
eaten,
countries.
yeah. Oh my god.
But that is just an unnatural thing.
Crickets.
No, crickets are fine.
Grasshoppers, crickets, all these things are beetles. You can eat worms.
In Japan, did they have those?
No, Japan didn't have any creepy crawlies as such. China and Hong Kong do. Nagaland also. If you go to Northeast, they do. Japan had very like chill, good, amazing.
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten? Weirdest food?
I think in Hong Kong with my parents, I had frog.
Oh.
And snails I have had, but snails are a delicacy. They're not so bad.
Snails are, I've heard they're supposed to be good.
Yeah, snails are nice. I like snails. Like I can have it. I don't think I'll be okay with having a frog again.
Can I? Sorry. Which part of the frog was it? Or
It was a
like
full body.
Oh, just a fried frog.
Yeah, like a fried frog. I've had rabbit. It's a
Oh.
delicacy in a place called Malta.
But rabbit, you feel bad also, na? It's like,
Yeah,
I've
but it
killed a
was really
rabbit.
weird because the way they served it to me, I could make out it's a rabbit.
Oh, it was in the...
That's.
So I couldn't really
Some
finish
shape
it.
na?
Yeah. And in this place, there was something else that was a delicacy, but I couldn't have it. Alligator in Australia.
Oh shit.
Alligator. So yeah, वो नहीं कर पाई मैं.
Alligator, I would eat gladly. I feel like...
Yeah,
fuck
I understand it's a
alligators.
wild animal, but when I'm thinking of alligator, I don't know. Because I think
Could
scales,
do it.
pointy scales.
But they're like really mean animals. So I feel like
Yeah.
they like kill for fun also.
Yeah, I'm going to get cancelled for saying all of this, but
Why?
I believe in like the saying when in Rome, do as the Romans. So when I went to these places, I mean, these animals were already cooked, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, why?
Like they didn't kill an extra one just for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
आपको चाहिए क्या मैडम? अब भी काट के लाता हूँ.
I was just trying out new things.
Yeah.
We were born as hunter and gatherers.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I was a hunter.
No, I get that. It's just that there's certain animals where if they're cute, it's a problem, right?
I understand.
Like
Like
a-
kangaroo, I can't have.
Yeah, or like dog.
There's no way.
Like people eat dog.
I would get. There's this festival in China.
Yulin.
Yeah.
ऐसा कुछ है ना?
And sometimes I feel as like a hypocrite while saying it, like even though I'm non-vegetarian, and there's nothing wrong in being non-vegetarian, but I also believe in animal welfare. Like I won't go to a zoo.
Okay.
I don't want to pay for caging animals.
Yeah.
But when I'm saying this, I feel like a hypocrite.
Everyone's a hypocrite, man.
Yeah, we're all hypocrites
Yeah.
You
that way.
can't. कोई भी दूध का दूल्हा नहीं है यार.
But I need my protein. Which I went to Gujarat, okay, a couple of years back, and my dad and I, we love eggs. Like, we really love eggs. So 3 days we didn't get anda because we were in Run of Kutch and they were not serving. There was pure veg, pure Jain veg food. On the 4th day, my dad and I started getting palpitations. We like and my mom can survive on vegetarian diet. She's cool, she's chill. She used to be one of those years ago कि Tuesday को मैं non-veg नहीं खाऊंगी. Dad and I like we need to get some breakfast. So we drove. We went to Novotel in Ahmedabad, which was serving non-vegetarian breakfast, and we were like anda, and then we ate eggs.
Yeah, no, it is something that if you've grown up like that, your body is just too used to it. Like I've tried going vegan also. Like I've done it for a month.
Yeah.
It's just I got so weak. I lost so much weight. Energy levels just low. The only good thing about a vegetarian diet, I feel, is there's less bloating. Like if you eat, you can work still after eating. But after having butter chicken, there's no way you're working for the next 2 hours.
But also you can't go back after having butter chicken.
Yeah.
It is one of God's creation that's...
Yeah, I mean...
You're vegetarian?
नहीं, I eat.
Yeah. I have nothing against vegetarians. I think they have great gut health.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, it takes a while to digest non-vegetarian.
Yeah. No, it's
But
like...
you know about the carnivore diet?
Yeah.
I think he tried it once.
I've tried it and I don't think it's for everyone. I feel like some people wouldn't.
Like, I can't do that. Even as a die-hard non-vegetarian, that's a bit too much.
Have you tried it?
There's no way, because I love veggies also. I have to have my share of fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for people who don't know, carnivore diet is like you only have meat and butter.
Salt.
That is
Salt,
also
butter,
that is
and
also
just
cheating.
meat.
Like butter and I think curd, butter, milk is also cheating. It's
Otherwise,
supposed to
it's
be
just
meat,
like roasted meat or
but
grilled.
I feel like you need dairy at least.
Yeah.
What will happen to you, dude? You will become that liver
There's
king.
studies, like they actually, because I read about it, there are actually studies that have like proven that improves sleep, skin, overall liver health and everything.
It's an elimination diet, right? So what happens is a lot of people, they have certain problems and they're linked to their eating habits. It could be one vegetable that you're eating on a daily basis, but you don't know that this is causing maybe
that
it's an allergy or whatever.
Yeah.
So once you get rid of everything except meat, then you're just getting rid of anything that might even irritate your body. So for a lot of people, it works because they're just gotten rid of everything.
Yeah. But my philosophy, even though no one has asked me, I'll tell you my diet philosophy. I feel like you should stay true to human evolution. You should eat like you were born to eat. So I think like as hunter-gatherers, you would cook food bahut kam. Nowadays what we do is you deep fry, overcook, you just kill all the nutrients. I don't think that you should do that. Raw and slightly cooked is great. And you should have everything in balance. Have your proteins, have your carbs, but have everything little. These keto and eliminating gluten just for the fun of it. Just assuming that you're allergic to gluten or assuming you're lactose intolerant doesn't make sense.
But this though comes back to people will do anything except work out.
Yeah. I know so many people like this. My parents, they just won't work out. Mama, Papa, please, just go for a walk. My dad is obsessed with butter.
I mean, I see why someone would be obsessed with butter.
He is so obsessed with butter and he refuses to work out. I'm like, you'll have to do one of choose. You can't do one. Like both of them. Like walk bhi nahi karna, Mr.
It's just, it's too, working out is just too much for a lot. Like the possibility of it by itself is like, work out, are you like crazy?
It's that invisible resistance right before starting, I think.
So they say that it takes 21 days to make a habit, right? If you crack that 21 days of going to the gym or working out or at least walking, it becomes part of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like now I can't go a day without working out. If I haven't done a physical activity, I get either annoyed or my body is very lethargic.
Yeah, that one outlet has to be there where you...
Yeah, like today I'm feeling a little bit lethargic. So probably at night when I get home, I will do a half an hour walk.
You can run to the airport if you want.
Bombay में कहीं भाग नहीं सकते, जगह ही नहीं है. You will die.
Okay. We saw this one thing. We were like, we have to tell Sahiba
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
We saw an accident today.
Today?
हाँ हम लोग कैब से आ रहे थे सुबह तो we saw
You're saying this with a smile, guys.
Craziest
It's a
accident I've
brutal-
ever seen.
It was a brutal accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like 2 bicycles.
Bicycles?
दो जन साइकिल पे जा रहे थे ठीक है सुपर स्लो दे आर गोइंग एक दूसरे की तरफ नहीं देख रहे हैं वो लोग
They just
यहाँ पे देख
crashed.
के चल के जा रहे हैं और एक साइकिल पर है तो दे आर डूइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स एंड दे क्लैटर
And you saw this happening.
Yeah, and we were like, yo, like this is
That's probably the
unbelievable.
most like laziest accident of all time.
वही बोला I mean he's like how the fuck did this two bicycles like
And then
collide
लड़ाई शुरू
dude?
हुई.
नहीं
they
and
both
best
got up
part
and
best
left.
part they didn't even look at each other they just walked away like
After them colliding.
Whatever. Fuck it.
This seems like such a lazy accident. If NDTV did an article on it, well, you won't guess
you won't believe
which two bikes.
Yeah. I'd share the shit out of that if they posted
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like two cycles colliding, I feel is just like the funniest.
Do you have like these funny meme pages or favorite reeler on Instagram that you guys have?
yeah my favorite are these news channels only
Which channel?
the ridiculous accidents that they show dude on
Yeah.
these like reels I fucking मतलब कुछ भी हो रहा है dude in
They're crazy. I love 2-3. One is this emo boys of India or
Yeah,
Chapri
yeah.
boys of India or something. And second is, I don't know, a lot of people know him or what. His name is Kendall Dubai. He's from Pakistan.
Okay.
You have to see his reels. They are so funny. He's like this very hoity-toity, posh Pakistani dude who lives in Dubai. I don't know if he identifies as them. I don't know. But the content he makes, 1 second he's extremely posh, and the next second he's this ghati Punjabi dude who is talking. He has Botox face and everything. It's just too funny.
Just switches channels.
He just switches. But this emo boys of India,
Yeah, I've seen that.
beautiful content.
Yeah. They're so big right now. They've like grown to some crazy
Bro, these
level.
storylines they make in these TikToks.
Yeah.
वो जो पानी का बॉटल पास कर रहे हैं वो इसको दे
और
रहा
वो
है
बेहोश हो जाती है
Yeah.
फिर थप्पड़ मारते हैं कोई
And the guy
चीट कर रहा है
comes
पीछे से.
Speeding, like there's water coming out.
that's the punchline
video also.
राइडर का वो फाइनल ये होता है तभी
Iconic.
No, but honestly, I feel like their intention isn't to be.
They directed.
They're making movies,
Yeah,
like
they're
short
making
films.
They are short
movies,
films, हाँ,
Yeah.
हाँ, हाँ.
They are Christopher Nolan light. It's too good.
No, but it just shows how little it takes to make stories and put them out there, like
And
as
there's
video.
always a moral of the story.
Yeah.
हाँ that's what I like that's
There's
why I
a
think
villain, there's a hero, and there's a heroine, and there is some problem that happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes the moral of the story, this is my favorite when this happens, the moral is also wrong only. Like it's morally wrong.
Morally wrong,
but
yeah,
that
yeah,
person
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know that this is and they're still trying to prove a point. So it's like
There was this really bad trend, again, Chapri or emo boys of India, where the dude would show his love by spitting out the water and the girl would drink it.
oh,
ये मैंने
Have you
नहीं
not seen it?
I mean
I need to clean my explore page. This was like COVID era.
I think some people would be into that. I don't think that's
You would spit out
not
water,
me,
and
not
your
me.
partner would drink your spit while it's falling.
There will be at least a few people who are into it.
Oh my god, very intellectual conversation we are having.
this
Oh,
is
our
true.
episode with you has been super clean.
This is the
I think this is probably the
cleanest
cleanest episode.
episode.
we've
Oh,
done.
really?
yeah
Amazing.
Yeah, we were intimidated, so we were scared of.
So you're not touching taboo
Yeah,
topics
no,
or
no.
anything?
We haven't asked you anything scandalous.
Okay, fine.
I don't know
Should
if you
we?
appreciate that or.
What do you talk about? Like toilet habits?
No, I don't enjoy that. Like, there's usually, we talk about sex a lot.
Yeah. Or
There's
coffee
a-
with Karan.
there's a few
Part two.
dick gestures I think
Gestures,
nahi.
nahi, like dick jokes.
dick jokes yeah
Okay.
Yeah. Just like really juvenile humor.
I love that kind of humor. The only kind of humor I relate to when somebody says something like this is in our school at one point people would not say the word pen. They
We
would say,
learned it.
Yeah, they would say writing instrument. It was a thing in 6th and 7th grade. If you said the word pen, you would be cancelled. Like, how
Why
can you
though?
say this
pen
body
is
part?
like dick
Why?
है ना
Yeah,
Isn't that
because it's just the first 3 letters.
Oh, right.
It was such a juvenile, weird
Yeah.
thing, but it was a proper thing. Imagine
अरे,
like,
तेरे
writing
स्कूल में नहीं हुआ है?
instrument dio, and then from writing instrument it became writing instro, and then from writing instro it became instro.
तेरा एक इंस्ट्रो है
एक
क्या?
इंस्ट्रो दियो. पेन ही नहीं बोल रहे.
This
Pen
must
ही
be
नहीं
a
बोल
Delhi
रहे.
thing. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, probably.
नहीं, this intro and all no, but I know what pen का scene
It was
क्या
a thing.
है.
It became very big for like a year or two, and then
Instro
everyone's
दियो.
like, "We are fucking stupid. This shouldn't happen. We can just call a pen a pen."
Yeah. You
Yeah.
went to a co-ed
But
school.
pencil को हम pencil ही बोलते थे.
Pencil is like
You were still small now when you used a pencil, so it's like child.
Sorry, what did you ask me?
you went to a co-ed school.
Yeah. In
Okay.
fact, I got into one of the best all-girls college in India, but I didn't want to go to all-girls because I was so used to co-ed.
So did you?
No, then I didn't. So I didn't get, take admission there. Then I went to co-ed
Yeah.
college also.
I can't imagine. And what an all-girls school is like. Because an all-boys school is horrible. I
Yeah.
haven't been, but whatever I've heard is just not sounded nice.
My dad said a really good thing. He said that in life you should compete with men too.
Yeah.
Because my mom got really pissed when I said it was LSR, and she got really pissed when I said no to LSR. And she's like, "No, you need to go." And I was like, "I want to." And my logic can't be, "Oh, I want to have male friends." But my dad gave me an amazing logic. So I was like, "I'm going to use this in my interviews moving forward. I want to, in the real life, I need to compete with men."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is काफी सही है.
काफी सही है यार, actually.
Yeah.
अब नहीं पता था कि he, him, there, them, competing with everyone.
Yeah,
हो जाएगा.
competing with all of them.
Yeah. This has become a problem also now. When I write things, I don't have a problem with this system at all, or with people, how they identify themselves as. But it's become problematic to address it. Because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
So I don't know now what to say. And I don't want to fumble while saying it also.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like,
You're talking about pronouns, right?
yeah, pronouns.
Yeah.
So that's why when I'm saying talking about Ken doll, that's why I said them, because I don't know how they identify as. But now when I'm going for my trips abroad to first world countries, then
Where
I'm
they care about
scared.
Oh yeah, you will have to be really careful.
I'll
then,
have to
huh?
be very careful. Even though I don't want to offend you, I'm just not used to it yet. Because for me, I'm still doing he, she in my part of the world.
I mean, it's like, it shouldn't be my responsibility to find out. Like, if you have come and told me ki I like being addressed as
Fair.
this,
Yeah.
great. I will do everything. I will try my best to address you with that. If I fumble, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely trying. But if I don't know only and then I'm still not being a dick by saying the wrong thing, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? You can't come and say, "Oh, you've disrespected me."
Yeah.
It's like,
But now, like, how they're now they're extremists also, like how you any word that has the man like history, you can't change to demstry now. That's a bit too much,
Yeah.
right?
How
Like,
does that make any sense at all?
because
history
it
is
has
like
his no
his story.
his story.
That's what
But-
history means.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so
didn't
you
know
can't
this?
make it their story or them story, you know.
This doesn't make any sense.
But things like a profession, I understand. Like, it shouldn't be sportsman, it can be sports person. Completely fair. I vouch for that.
Yeah.
But
what if it's a man? You can say.
then you can say sportsman, but now you have to make sure that they identify as a man, no?
Yeah.
So just say sports person, but this will take time because we are not used to it.
Yeah.
We're not against it, but it'll
Yeah.
take time. Like Sam Smith, I said this in the previous podcast. Like Sam Smith the other day said, it's not fishermen, it's fisher them.
Yeah, that's just like. That's just we're getting silly now.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but नहीं बोला जाएगा अभी. At least probably next generation can do whatever they want
I
to.
hope no. It's like Fisher them just sounds
Like
off.
it's not batsman anymore; it's batter.
ठीक है, that I still get. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's too many big problems.
I
That,
love gender neutral professions. Doctor,
Yeah.
great. Pilot, great. ऐसे होना
I
चाहिए.
have a point about this. I'll say this and we'll wrap. Okay.
हाँ.
So, when it comes to these professions, when I say professor, you think of a guy, right? Most time. When I say teacher,
You think of a lady.
like always the less skilled variant, you think. So if I say doctor, guy, nurse, lady,
That's actually true.
chef, guy, cook, again lady.
both मेरा guy था लेके.
हाँ, okay.
मेरा भी.
But fair. No,
हाँ,
that
okay, but
professor
still,
teacher
okay.
one actually hits home.
Yeah.
But maybe that's in the Indian context. I don't know how people
Think
वहाँ
about
पे.
it.
in Western countries.
Yeah.
It could
So
be
I
different.
was just like, yo, this is crazy that people are. I don't know. It's just inbuilt. I feel it's like social conditioning,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, this was great, Sahiba.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you
It
had
was really
fun.
I had fun. We spoke about every random thing possible. I think.
Yeah, I would love to do this again because I feel like we can do like 2 more
Yeah.
hours of this.
Yeah.
Could
I
have.
unfortunately have a flight to catch.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. And
Subscribe to Sahiba on YouTube.
it's just Sahiba Bali.
Sahiba Bali. She does vlogs and she travels a lot. And she's been to Japan. So go go watch this and follow her on Instagram as well.
Thank you.
And subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're done.
Done.
Sweet guys. Thank you.